Welcome to Envision Prototypes, where we chop up cars to make them cooler. And for those of you who are just tuning in, this is a 6-speed manual. So over the past months, we've been transforming this 1963 Thunderbird 3-speed cruise-o-matic automatic into a performance car. Now let's take a quick look at the concept. What we're planning for the custom touches on the body. Right there. That's what she's going to look like. At least for now. There might be some slight changes here or there. Here she is, guys. We got her outside and we're gonna do a little quick walk around before that thunderstorm rolls in. It's quite fitting. Thunderstorm, Thunderbird, Thunderhawk. That's what we're going by now. Thunderhawk, based on what we did at the front there. So we can see the new proportions. Roof, yeah, we brought that down 1.25 inches. And it's fitting to the car's design now. It doesn't look way up there. Let's go for a quick walkabout and see a few more details. Okay, we got a few minutes before that sun gets covered up. Clouds are rolling in really quick. So up front here, we got rid of the chrome that used to go around the top of the headlights and across the hood, made some sheet metal pieces and incorporated them into the hood. That hood scoop, we slid it back 6 inches on the hood. Fits a lot better now, looks a lot better, and flows with the airstream a lot better. It actually extends back to the cowl piece. That cowl used to be a separate piece. We've blended that into the back of the hood. So now the wipers will extend down underneath that cowl. That dash, that's sitting in the stock locations. Everything's bolted up on the factory bolts. Up front here, that spear used to come all the way to the bumper. There's a sharp point. There's no sharp points on this bumper to really pull from. So now it starts at the wheel arch and extends back into the door. We kept that feature stock. They had some fake vents on the door, got rid of those, filled the holes in. We incorporated a set of vents down here. This was influenced from the 65 Thunderbirds with the little detail they had. They're actually functional. Front bumper is fitted. I don't have the bottom bolt in, but there's a 1/4 inch gap all the way around and down. So that's going to look really nice. We got rid of those rubber seals that they had in between the two. Headlight wise, that's a stock trim. And bumper, that's a big piece of the new front design. We streamlined it, got rid of that up and over and down feature that the 63s had, 62s had, Bullet Birds had. Go straight across. Earlier, I think I mentioned one of the reasons I decided to change the headlight opening. Saw a 64 Impala show the other day, and it looked a lot like what we had, so this had to get changed. So coming back, mentioned that roof, lowered it 1.25 inches, and gave the back a fast back appearance. I didn't bring the glass out. We're on limited time. Clouds are rolling in quick. So we're gonna have to use our third eye and kind of imagine the glass in there. All we're looking at here are the features to make sure that everything is flowing and nothing has to be adjusted, because this is entering the final metal stage of this project. I'm gonna roll her in the shop and just finish it metal-wise. Back here, used to have fender skirts, got rid of those, created arches, and the arches fit the feature up front here in terms of width. It looks like it belongs. One thing you might notice is that fuel door. Used to fill this car up back here. Used to be a fuel door in the middle of that bumper. Smoothed that out, gave it a nice clean appearance, and took that bumper and from end to end extended it into the taillights. Before there was a bit of a start here and then across the middle. Well, now it's been extended from side to side into the taillights, making the taillights look part of the bumper instead of a stuck-on piece. License plate, left it alone. Backup lights, they're stock. So front turn signals and backup light housings are all original. Now this bumper is a bit loose. I just stuck it on to get this video done. You can see it's way out there. When it's fitted up and bolts tightened, that gap is a 1/4 inch, same as that across the back of the trunk lid there. I'm not sure if you can see this love bite back here. There was some damage that was filled up with filler. We're gonna have to work on getting that smoothed out. Created a filler piece back here, still needs to be finished, and that's gonna cover up the glass. So you install the glass, before the trunk lid goes in, drop that piece in, or actually when you open the trunk, you can open the trunk, put that piece in. Bolts are in from the underside, use some putty to stop the water from going in the trunk. Any moisture comes down the glass, underneath that, down and into the trough and out the back. And it doesn't run down the body, it runs down inside, so you don't have these watermarks on the exterior paint. Bumpers, any chrome bright work, that's going to be changed. I'm not going to say what we're doing yet, but let's just say it's not going body color like the Chrysler. I know some people had an issue with that, but to re-chrome all this, well, the other thing is it gave us a little bit of freedom to do what we wanted with the front bumpers, rear bumpers. In terms of wheels, the new rims have come in, but we can't roll the car out on, ooh, thunder, on rims. I haven't had time to blink, never mind have the tires mounted, so that's going to come at a later time. The car is sitting a bit high. We're going to get it down much lower than what it is. Joe, I think you're going to be happy with that. I think the other thing that Joe's going to be happy with is we're going to be filling the lock hole. The handle hole, that's very signature Thunderbird with the button, push button, so we're keeping that. Everything on this car has been really smoothed out otherwise. Let's have a look from the front here. Looking really trick. The other side is just about done. We're about halfway down the car. You can see the little circles and things have been indicating highs and lows and just addressing surfaces. But like I said, I wanted to get it outside, have a look at it. Let's stand back, see what it looks like from the side. I don't know if you guys can tell that it's been shortened. But that fastback roof really looks trick. Just wait till we get the glass in it. The car has about a 1-inch rake, lower at the front. We'll get the springs adjusted later. Now there's one feature I couldn't show you when I was holding the gimbal, and that's the hood. Ah, that's hot. Hot as in hot to touch because it's been sitting in the sun, and hot as in flip forward style on a 63. It's the only 63 Thunderbird Bullet Bird that has a flip forward hood design. The baby birds as well as the square birds had front flip hoods. I don't know why they went with that for a sports car. It's supposed to be a sports car. Front flip hood, really trick. So that is one nice little feature. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, give us a thumbs up. There's been a lot of work done. Check out the previous videos. You can see how we drove the car into the shop. Okay.
Ready?
We're ready. Wow. Can you believe it? Wow. We ran out of gas.
Holy smokes.
Can you believe it? It runs
Thunderbird.
sitting for almost 35, at least 35 years.
Doesn't sound bad at all.
Let's see if it fires.
Oh, the bird is leaving the nest. You're there.
Next couple weeks going to be really busy to get this into epoxy primer, and then we're going to start tackling some of the stuff on the inside. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can follow along as we finish this 6-speed Thunderbird build. Until next time, take care. Thanks so much for watching, and catch you in the next one.